Hello and welcome to another episode of the Digital Painter Vidcast. My name is Terry Danich-Kimiak II and I am the Digital Painter. Alright, so it is coming on the end of May, beginning of June soon. It has gotten warm here in western Pennsylvania, and this week's vidcast is going to be a little different than usual. We're not going to be looking at any new technology right now. We are going to talk a little bit about some art things, but the reason I'm doing this week's vidcast is because I just want to talk to you a little bit about my frustrations over the past week and a half with art. And I want you to understand that if you're new to art, or even if you've been doing it a long time, it's okay to be frustrated where you are, artistically speaking. Anybody that's watched my videos knows that as a scene designer, I really am pretty decent at doing architectural drawings, furniture drawings, things that are not humans. But the past couple of weeks, I've really been, continuing my focus on trying to work on my ability to draw people, more fantasy people. I like the fantasy feel, and I still continue to get frustrated. So I've been doing some research, trying to figure out some ways that I can continue to work on those skills, even if it means doing little things, little exercises over and over, because I have my own exercises that I've been doing for many years as I've worked on it on and off. The idea of, 6 to 7 heads high people, just trying to get their skeleton together. But I'm a lifelong learner. I'm one of those people that wants to continue finding other things to do. And one of the things that I used to do a long time ago that I haven't done in a long time, but kind of popped back up on one of my feeds recently, is the idea of doing contour drawings. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. If you've never done a contour drawing, essentially what it is, it's a nonstop drawing of an item, usually a body part of your own, without lifting the pen off the paper. Now, obviously, we're doing this digital, and so it'll be not lifting my stylus off of my tablet. But this is something that if you don't have a tablet, you can very easily do with pencil and paper. So we're going to move into that here in just a second. The other thing is I've been doing some live sketching for anybody that's interested. I do have a place online, twitch.tv/The Digital Painter, and I'll make sure that link is in the notes, but it's twitch.tv/The Digital Painter, and that's where I actually do some of my live streaming. So if you're ever interested, and usually what I'm doing there is I'm either working on a project, working on a commission, working on something that is art related, obviously, mostly digital stuff, though I've got my watercolors at home again, so I'm probably going to be doing a little bit of real world media watercolor as well. All right, so let's move into some of this contour drawing. Like I said, the idea is that you're continuously drawing. And what I'm going to be using this hand right here. I'm going to be looking at this hand. Well, I'm going to be drawing with this hand. And the idea is not to pay attention to the paper, but to pay attention to your hand, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to link what we see with what we put down on paper, right? That's the idea. One of the things I tell my students oftentimes is that you need to draw what you see and not what you think you see. And it takes a lot of practice for them to kind of get to that point. I always joke about, they draw these walls, right? 8-foot walls, and they draw them like this. So if our wall is here, boom, so that's the bottom of the wall. But then all of a sudden they draw it so I can see the tops of the wall. And I go, wow, that's a really tall wall. If I'm able to see the top of the wall, 8 feet, that means I must be really tall too. I must be 8 feet tall. So that's one of those things where they draw what they think they see and not what they actually see. So what we're going to do, and again, you can follow along. I'm going to look at this hand here, and I'm just gonna try and find a comfortable place to put it on the side of my tablet, and then I'm just going to look at it for a second, because again, you don't want to be you don't want to let yourself fall into the habit of just not drawing what you see. So let's see what we got here. And find a point on your hand. I'm going to go right on the thumb. And literally, I'm not looking. I'm just following. And then we'll follow up. Now this really should turn out horrible. I know that sounds funny, but you know, you're doing essentially a blind drawing. So if it turns out great, well, that's fabulous. That means you're stunning. So that was a quick, you know, first time, very quickly. Yeah, that's definitely what my hand looks like. I hope your hand looks that way as well. Let me take this one. I'm going to move it off to the side. I'm going to actually reduce the size of it. Okay. And we're going to come back. We're going to do another one. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. All right. So this time I'm gonna change the shape of my hand. I'm gonna actually do it like this, I think. Okay, and let's see what I can do. Okay. Oh, I lifted my... Shoot. I didn't mean to lift it up. Oop. So I just put it right back down. I'm actually going to come back and do a couple of... Okay, that man, I've totally butchered that hand. Let's move that one up and out of the way. Oops. We need to grab it first. Move that one up and out of the way. And again, transform it. There we go. So now I'm gonna do kind of a fist. I'm gonna do a fist like that. There we go. All right, let's see what comes out. Whew. Now I'm going over areas, as you can see now, or at least I think I am, without looking. I just did all of that with what? No color pen. I forgot to deselect. That was brilliant. That was that way. And I'm not even going to take that out because I'm human. I make mistakes. Okay, let's try this again now. Okay. That's kind of a fisty looking from the top. Not bad. Actually, it's not too terrible at all for what I was trying to accomplish. All right, we'll move that one up. And we'll resize that one. We'll do one more. But this time I'll remember to deselect. Okay, last one. And I'm just going to, again, go back to just kind of laying out. Let's see what we get here. It is a bit nerve-wracking knowing that you're watching me do horrible things here. All right, so there is hand number 4. Slowly but surely making progress. Again, the idea is to link your pencil to your eye rather than have you just think, oh, this is what it should look like, right? All right, so one of the things that I didn't do in here that I could probably have done is I could have probably, like, for example, gone back and maybe added some fingernails, and I would have done that in the process, you know. I didn't do that, but you know, that's something that you've got to think about. So you kind of do those things. So this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as a challenge over the next week, next 7 days, I'm going to put these up on my Digital Painter Facebook page. So if you are interested, and actually what I'll probably end up doing is more than a week, but I want to start with a week. So if you're interested, you can always find the Digital Painter Facebook page. It's facebook.com/adigitalpainter. And that's where I'm going to be posting these, and definitely take a look. Again, the idea is just to kind of link your brain to your pen and start to, you know, get a feeling of what it feels like. And I'll probably end up doing different body parts, not just my hand, maybe to my foot, which will be really intriguing on how I'm going to do that. Big old raise of the foot. If you're new to the videos, definitely check out www.thedigitalpainter.com. Also, I have a Patreon page, so if this is something that you think you'd like to support in the making of these videos, it does cost money to host all the videos that I do for my Patreon members because they get a high-definition download. So, you know, that costs a little bit of money for me. I don't mind doing it, but any support is wonderful. All right, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and take care and keep on drawing.